Hey everybody, I'm Rahul. Welcome back to the Chaos Gym. Sorry I haven't made that many videos as recently. I've been pretty swamped with life, school, finals, whatever. I know it's no excuse. I apologize. I just didn't expect to be hit this hard with stuff. Um, gonna use what little time I have to make sure you guys have some sick content and are ready to roll for London. Um, so with that being said, our first big Intercontinental is coming up, our first of four. Now, London, right around the horizon, is very, very cool for everyone going. Europe, London's a pretty central location. It's a great tourist spot. A lot of people are going. I'm very excited for everyone who's going. Unfortunately, I will not be attending due to my finals. My last final gets out on Friday, which is the same day as the main event, so I could not get those moved, unfortunately. I do have a lot of friends going, and from the Chaos Gym, we have Michael Canaves, Jose Morero, Brad Curcio, Grafton Roll, and Franco Takahashi all attending. So good luck to them. If you see them there, be sure to take a picture or something with them. Put it up on our Facebook. Tweet it at me. I don't know. We're still doing stuff, so if you see them there, wish them good luck. Send us pictures of them. They're all having a good time. It's a lot of their first times out to London, so they'll be having a good time. Other than that, this video, I guess, is more to talk about what I expect the meta to be for London, because I'm thinking about Dallas in my head already, because that's coming up, and Fort Wayne just happened with one of my close friends, Jimmy Pendarvis, taking a spectacular win in an undefeated fashion with Evital Garbodor. So congrats to Jimmy. Um, but this begs the question, what decks are good, what decks are bad? What should I watch out for going into London/Dallas? I'm going to do another video for Dallas after London ends, but what should you be worrying about for Dallas? Now, coming off of, we had Dortmund, we had um, Dortmund and Fort Wayne now to look at for London. Dortmund's results didn't at all affect Fort Wayne. I don't think so. People saw that Rainbow Road had won. They didn't care. They still brought Evital. They still brought decks that they were comfortable with. They said, hey, we're going to do what we want. Out of 600 man regionals, you can expect that people are going to do what they want. Now, I saw that London IC was capped at 600 masters, and I don't think you guys will reach that number. I think it'll be somewhere between 450 to 500 masters. I don't know if it'll be potted. I don't know what's going to go on there, but it won't be as big as the US regionals, unfortunately, with a much, much bigger payout. So you guys literally have to go like X3 to walk out with $500 and like 60 points, which is nuts. Um, yeah. Um, Following that, we've got, I think, because Evital won and took second, there are going to be people out there looking to counter it. But on that same token, people are going to probably just pick up Jimmy's list, pick up Azul's list that won earlier this year, pick up Mahone's list, which are all probably going to be widely available on the internet by the end of this week, and just kind of walk into regionals and be like, hey, Evital. Um, I expect a lot of Evital. I do know Europe loves their Greninja. From results that I've seen, a lot, Greninja has popped up quite frequently in Europe. Greninja taking a top four finish with Krista Rocher finishing there. Like the deck was very good. The list was very, very good, very consistent. I liked it. I loved it a lot. You can find the list in Chris Shemansky's Six Prizes article. He gives a very, very good, detailed, in-depth reasoning for everything in the deck, which I really loved. Um, the deck itself was ingenious. It's a very good deck still, and I would expect to see a good chunk of them. Now that being said, Greninja is also a deck that falls on itself. Another of the top four decks that was big in Fort Wayne was Rainbow Road. A lot of name players, i.e. Azul, Garcia Griego, Ryan Sablehouse, Brad Curcio, some of our own members, all opted to play Rainbow Road in Fort Wayne because they assumed the deck was very good. Now, Rainbow Road has a very positive Evital matchup, which is what drew a lot of players into that deck choice. But on that same token, Rainbow Road is innately inconsistent and very prone to late game ends. So I think the deck is mediocre at best. If it runs hot, you run very hot. But if you run cold on that same token, you're running very, very cold. I don't like Rainbow Road as a deck. I think you'll see it. It is a counter to a good amount of things, and it is gonna be prevalent. I believe so. It used. I think if I put like top five in my Fort Wayne predictions, and I'm gonna keep it right there at fifth. Um, it's just not good in my opinion. Its lack of consistency is what dooms it at the end of the day. Following that, Scissor. I'll go to Scissor first. Scissor Garb made a top eight finish. Now, the guy who made it that far did say in his interview that he hit pretty much seven fairy decks on day one, and that's like the only reason he made it through. I don't think Scizor's a good deck. If you were playing Scizor into a field of Volcanion, you are a madman. And Evital, like those are two decks you just cannot beat. I wouldn't play it. So personally, just it's bad. I wouldn't expect it. It's just such a bad deck for this meta. It's just a bad deck in general. I wouldn't play Scizor. Um, Volcanion, two top eight finishes. Ahmed Ali list is posted on Burbank City Gym. It's a very consistent, very good list. You can make a couple changes to it, like I did for my testing. Ahmed's a very smart player. He's picked up like half of like in recent regionals since day two was introduced. I think in all the regionals he's been to, he's like half of them he's day two'd, which is nuts. His first top eight though, so congratulations to Ahmed. Um, Volcanion, I think it'll be very big. Volcanion stands a fighting chance against Evil Toll Garb. It stands a fighting chance against Greninja. It has pretty much 50-50s across the board, and you just dominate certain decks because you've got like just the speed, the acceleration. All you need is an Ultra Ball for Hoopa in your setup, and you've got the Baby Volcanion just swinging very heavily, swinging very hard. Um, it's just a very consistent, strong deck, and I really, really love it. If I went to London, it would be my top choice. Um, I'm not gonna lie to you, 100% of the time, almost I'd play Volcanion. I almost played it for Orlando, and I'm very heavily considering it for Dallas because of just its innate consistency of a deck. It just doesn't draw dead very often. All you need is really like an Ultra Ball for a Hoopa and your setup, and you just need energies to keep hitting. And even if you're not hitting from much damage with the Baby Volcanion, you're usually setting up your bench. And as you're setting up benched attackers, you can just bring up a guy 130, bring up a guy 130, bring up a guy 130, and you're just killing a lot of things. And Volcanion's just good, and you just keep switching in and out. Now, a very interesting deck that took ninth place, played by D Nizam, was the Pidgeot Jolteon Garbodor deck. I think Pidgeot will get some hype off of this, but I think from what I understood, Dean didn't play as much as a Pidgeot deck, but as more of a Jolteon deck that utilized Pidgeot. Um, I expect Vileplume Box to make a return of some sort after its non-existent performances at Fort Wayne. The deck is just very good, very equipped for the meta, but it does have the fatal flaw of being weak to metal. For a majority of the deck is weak to metal, so you kind of fold to Magearna promo, and yeah, the introduction of Salamence EX is legal for London, and Salamence does do quite the number on Volcanion. But on that same token, what decks play it? Volcanion plays it, and probably Darktina. Those are the only two decks I can see that'll play it. Darktina is not a good deck as of this at this moment. It's just people know how to play around Darktina. People know how to deal with Darktina. I wouldn't see Dark. I expect to see Darktina. I would expect to see Salamence in Volcanion lists. Um, on top of that, I do expect to see some sort of the Giratina Hammers deck is very favored in London in the European region. I don't like the Giratina Hammers deck. I know another player, Russell Lepere, agrees with me on this one. The deck is not very good, but people do like enjoy playing it because it's a lock deck because it does serve the purpose of just you Giratina and hammer off their energy, and sometimes they just can't do anything. But you do not do well against Volcanion decks like that. So on that token, I guess I'll sum it up what I've been talking about because I've just been kind of rambling, and that's pretty much what this is. It's a ramble because I honestly, it's a it's a it's the wild wild west out there for me because I don't know the European meta very well. All I have to look off it are two regionals and a couple of people who I've talked to. I think you'll see Yveltal. 100% you'll see a lot of Yveltal. You will probably see Rainbow Road. You'll probably see Greninja. You'll probably see Volcanion, and you'll probably see Mega Rayquaza. Those, I think, are the top five decks in no particular order. All five of those decks are probably the strongest right now. Mega Rayquaza being the sleeper deck probably, but it still does lose to Yveltal Garb in most scenarios, so it's just not a great deck. But people do like the deck. Um, if you want to know how to counter Yveltal, go check out my Raichu Bats video. That'll probably be up later or before. I don't know how I'm gonna upload these. Um, Other than that, this is pretty much a ramble. Thank you guys for listening. I don't know when another video is gonna be up. Um, Probably a week. Sorry for the delay again. I'm very disoriented because of school. Thank you for listening to my ramble. Good luck in London. Good luck to our members. Good luck to you. Hopefully, one of you guys can come back here with good news and be like, "Hey, I won London. Let me take you out to lunch for one." I'll be like, "Yeah, dude. Anytime. Let's go get some burgers." Um, Let us know if you're going to London. Keep us updated on your performance. Keep us updated on pairings, whatever. I'd love to. As soon as my last final's done, I'll be rushing home pretty much to keep to check tabs on my friends because by the time I'm done, you guys will probably be in like lunch break or like round 6 or 7 because I'll be out at like noon. So good luck to everybody going. Somebody make me proud, please, and we'll see. We'll see how the weekend goes. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. Please leave a like. Helps a ton. Let me know in the comments what kind of decks you'd like to see me profile next. Um, Competitive decks, fun decks, whatever. I'll look through them. Let me know what you guys want me to do video wise because I've got winter break coming up and I've got plenty of time on my hands. Nothing but time. So I'd like to put a lot of effort into this. Um, so thank you so much.